Hello everybody, and today I'm going to tell you the story about how I got into a foot chase, arrested, and almost tased for one of the most smallest crimes you could ever commit as a 15-year-old. Hello everybody, it's your boy Helix with the story about how I got into a police chase when I was 14. Okay, so to set the mood, it's early 2012, and I remember this because Modern Warfare 3 just came out, and it was just me and my buddies Levi and Adam just binge playing it, up all night, sucking down on some G Fuel and smashing hardcore on some sweet sweet chili Doritos. Till about like 2 in the morning, and we realized that we ran out of G Fuel and then we needed to acquire more of it. So the problem with this is that we lived in Northwest Ohio and in a small town about 1,500 people lived in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. So we had no 24-hour stores or any late-night shops. The best that we had was a gas station, a Dairy Queen, and then a pizza shop, which was essentially just a greasy fucking bar that also happened to sell pizza. And Levi was 15, so he was the oldest, and that meant we weren't going to be able to just drive to a nearby Walmart and get pop. So this is where the dilemma starts to develop. After about a 5-minute quick discussion about our options, we came up with two solutions. Either A, stop playing Modern Warfare 3 and go to bed like pussies, or B, sneak out and go halfway across town to a gas station where there was one vending machine that you could get pop out of. And Adam, who was the most financially stable out of all of us with $3 goddamn, decided that we should just go do that. At this point, I remember us trying to find all the black clothing that we possibly could so that we couldn't be seen by the police while we were out sneaking about because it was past curfew. And it felt like we were playing a high-risk game of Splinter Cell trying to save the daughter of the president or some shit. So we get outside, we're in the driveway, and then we're just discussing which way we should go to this gas station because it's across the tracks about a mile away from Adam's house. And then you got me, who is best described as a pudgy 14-year-old starving for caffeine. Adam, who is the skinnier than a twig and not athletic and just sleeps all day. And then you got our fearless leader, Levi, whose only experience was sneaking out once. So with this A-team, we set off for a quest on the Holy Grail. So we began by fucking crawling and sneaking through neighbors' backyards, avoiding piles of dog shit. And then at one point, I'm pretty sure Adam got clotheslined by a clothesline, which was like one of those green weed whacker wires. So the mission's going to a great start at this point. So we finally get to Main Street, which is close to the bank, where we hid an alley to scope out the gas station because we saw the cops there about a minute or two before, and we could just see the one pop machine outside just glowing luminously, just with all the succulent Mountain Dew inside that we were really waiting to pillage, you know. So we finally cross Main Street, and then we decide... we don't decide. Levi decided that we should head back because he gets cold feet and decides he doesn't want to get seen by the cops while we get the pop out of the pop machine. So we decide to cross back over Main Street. And we do this one by one. So Levi goes first, then it's Adam, and then I'm the last one up. This is where shit starts to hit the fan. So I get halfway across the street, and then I just hear Levi shout, "Run!" And then I hear tires peel out and sirens wailing. So I just fucking book it. I book it through the alley, which we came through, out into this back parking lot behind the bank, and then Adam and Levi go over the tracks from where we came, and then I hook a left, because at this point, I don't fucking know these losers. So even though we're going back to the same place, the police car pulls up behind us, and then a passenger gets out and starts chasing Levi and Adam on foot. And then I guess the driver decided to go back out to the road and try to catch up to me, but I didn't know at this point because I'm too hyped up on adrenaline, caffeine, and fear. So I'm running back alongside the tracks, and I'm running past the VFW, and then a group of houses that I didn't know had like a 10-foot fence behind their house, and my fat ass at the time was like, I can't fucking climb that. So I fucking forced my way in between the fence post, squeezing between the building and the fence post. And it was kind of like, you know when you're trying to get, like, a piece of furniture through a door, but you know it won't fit, so you, like, flip it on its side or fucking, like, angle it, whatever, which way to get it to go through. So after I butter my way through that, I fucking crossed over the tracks, and I could see Adam's house, and I'm just thinking, I'm home free. There's the fucking house. And then the headlights of the police cruiser just start shining over the tracks, and I'm just like, well, fuck it. And then the officer just pulls up beside me, because I'm out of breath. He's like, you good? He rolls down the window, he's just like, you good? And I'm just thinking, I just dead sprinted a fucking quarter mile for no reason because you just cruised up on me casually. So I just stood there trying to catch my breath, and then the officer read me my Miranda rights, put me in cuffs, and then put me in the back of the squad car. And then we start to proceed down the road and then go over one road, which was a yard behind Adam's house. So maybe like 200 feet of the house, I see Adam and Levi face down this neighbor's yard. They pull me out of the squad car and sit me next to fucking Adam and Levi for a wonderful reunion, which is where I learned that Adam and Levi almost got tased if they didn't get down on the ground. I guess that's why they stopped. This is where they started to search and question us, which I thought was a little extensive considering that we were just trying to go home in the first place. And then they made us take off our shoes while in handcuffs so they could search it for weapons, so to speak. And I'm just like, yes, because I just ran a quarter of a mile with a knife in my low-rise Vans skater shoes. And then they just after they were done searching our shoes, they fucking threw them back into the back of the squad car and made us all get in there. And they're like, put your shoes back on. I'm like, there's already 3 of us cramped in the back here trying to fiddle fuck our shoes back on. So they finally take us back to the station where they pulled us out and they made us go through that whole uncuffing process and treated us like we just killed somebody. They sat us down in some chairs and then they re-handcuffed us behind the back of the chairs, and I had to call my parents, but I was staying at Adam's house. So when I called my parents, they never even fucking answered the phone. So the officer just threatened to take me to juvie for the night. And then finally Adam's dad comes up and asks why they chased us and arrested us like they did. And their reasoning, which still blows my mind to this day, was they said that we were trying to rob the bank because we were in the alley. And then Adam's dad just like straight face looks at him. He goes, you seriously think these fucking dumbasses could rob a bank? I've never tried so hard not to laugh in my life. So Adam's dad takes us back to the house and tells us to go to fuck to sleep. And then the next morning my dad comes and he gets told that our endeavors ended in us getting arrested. So there was a whole court date for it. I got issued community service for just trying to go home at 2 in the morning. So the lesson here is if you want to stay up all night and drink pop, buy a lot of it in advance because you will almost get fucking tased if you don't. That's all for me. Have a good day.